Hey, welcome back. This is Ryan Crandall of Better Balance, Strength, and Mobility for Seniors. Come on down. Let's get to moving. Let's make y'all feeling better, more confident, and improve your activities of daily living. So let's go to make sure your space is safe and free from clutter. Stairs. If you need to hold on to a wall, a counter, or have someone near you to improve your safety, please do so. You're at your own risk here. But focus and do the best that you can. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the hands now today. We're going to take our hands and we're going to go palms up, and we're going to take our hands and push them out straight. So palms up, palms out. Just working on all the major joints in the body and moving them through all the ranges of motion that is possible. And even if you can't move as much as I do, that's okay. Do what you can. This is about you, not me. Now take your hands, palms up, form a fist as tight as you can, and then open the fingers as wide as you can. Tight, wide, tight, wide. Now thumb to pinky, open, and then run the line, however many fingers you have still. Run the line twice, making sure to open as wide as you can. Create an awareness here, trying not to judge your body. Good, now take your wrists and go in a circle. Go in the other direction now. And some people say I need to talk more, some people say I need to talk less. You can't win, can ya? Okay, now take your hands and bring them down by your sides and reach your arms as far back as you can. And then you're going to bring them forward, bend the elbows, touch your shoulder, lift the elbows to the sky. Okay, so exhale, push down, reach back. Inhale, up, reach. Exhale down. Inhale up, reach. One more time. Exhale down. And if your range of motion isn't the same as mine, no big deal. Do what you can today. Good. Now take your hands and your whole arm actually and turn it in as far as you can. And you're going to kind of round your upper back here. And then you're going to turn your hands and turn them out and extend your upper back. So turn it in. I call this into turtle, out to soldier. Into turtle, out to soldier. A couple more. I really love this one. Last one. Good. Let's take the shoulders into a shoulder roll. Big circle. Big circle. Pause, reverse direction, big circle. Good. And then shrug the shoulders to the ears. So shoulder shrugs. All things I give my clients, some patients. Good. Take the hands behind the back now. Pull the shoulders down, create a long neck, and then look up at the ceiling. Now if you get dizzy looking up, please be careful. And down. You may want to go slower and or limit the range of motion if you get dizzy. And remember, if you get dizzy with certain movements, you may want to consult your doctor or physical therapist to get that fixed. Ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. That's beyond my scope to deal with dizziness. Get it fixed. All right, turn the head right and left. He's being so mean. Yes, I care. Excellent and excellent. All right, hands to the hips, and I want you to just bump your hip. Now notice as I push my hip out, my pelvis tilts and my shoulders tilt. So I'm actually pushing through my hip, not just leaning to the side. This is different. So we're actually getting the hip to open up a little bit. You can have your hands down by the sides if you like. Now let's go in a circle. Think of a big circle around you, a hula hoop if you will, and go in a circle. Go in the other direction. Okay, now we're going to take the hips and we're going to turn it. Now you can keep your feet planted on the ground and you'll notice one foot will pronate and one foot will supinate. Or you can get a full pivot. Just depends on where you're at, okay? All right, let's take the hands down to the thighs if you can. Bend the knees and knees together and apart. And your foot again will pronate, supinate as your knees move. Okay, go in a circle with your knees, and know the knee is not a pure hinge joint. It's the trochleogingimus. Go in the other direction. No, I didn't just make that up. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss word. Okay, let's come back up. Now we're going to work on the hamstring and the hips. I'm going to show you from the side. Okay, so I'm not just reaching down. This is a hip thing, all right? So I'm pushing my butt back. My weight shifts to the heel. I'm going to pull my stomach down towards my thighs. I'm going to feel tension through the back of the legs. When I get to the point where I feel it's too much, I'm going to come back up, reversing direction. Hips pull forward. Okay, so exhale down. Inhale up. Notice I'm not worrying about my arms, because a lot of times if we worry about our arms, we just end up reaching to the wrong areas, okay? So down and up. So if you're more advanced, or if you want to slide your hands down and get as low as you can, that's fine. Don't force anything. Exhale down. Some people like to reach to the sky at the top. You can certainly do that. A couple more. This is one of my favorites, and I call this the up-down. So down, up. Now at the bottom, feel free to shift those hips side to side. Now if you've had a hip replacement recently, and your doctor said don't go below 90 degrees of hip flexion, don't go below 90 degrees of hip flexion. It's beyond my scope to tell you to do otherwise. I love this one though. If you can do this, do it. Little rotation. All right, now standing tall. If you can reach to the ceiling, do so. And hip bump a couple more times, side to side. Feels good. Go in a circle if you can. And switch. Beautiful. And bring the hands down by the sides. Shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. And then bring the hands together right in front of your sternum. You're going to lift your elbows up and down. So just a little nerve mobility for the carpal tunnel, for the median nerve, if you will, and the ulnar nerve as well. Now go side to side. This becomes a little bit more ulnar nerve. Good. Now, working on the balance aspect of it. So shake out the legs, bend the knees a few times. And I want you to focus now on your feet, not my feet, on your feet. Feel the pressure from the carpet, the rug, whatever you're standing on, or shoes, and get a sense of if you're shifted more to the right leg or more to the left leg. There's no right or wrong answer. Now, focus on forward and backward. Are you on your heels, on your toes, or are you somewhere in the middle? And what we're going to do now is we're going to shift our weight to the left leg and then on over to the right leg. And go as slow as you can. Keeping your pelvis level, your shoulders level. Notice my hips are not dipping, they're level. Very important stuff here, focusing on that weight shift. Feeling ever increasing pressure from one foot to the other. Okay, now let's go forward and backward. I'm going to show you from the side too. I'm moving through my ankle now. Now I've shown you a couple of different things. I've shown you moving through your upper back. I've shown you moving through the hips. Now we're moving through the ankle. So this part can be rigid and fixed, relatively speaking. And I'm moving down below at my ankle. May seem like I'm talking too much. Too bad. Get it right. Do it right. One of the most difficult things to teach in rehab is this ankle strategy once people have lost it. But it can be regained. Feel the weight shift from the heel through the arch to the toes, and then back again. Okay? A few more. And if you need a counter to hold on to, that's perfectly fine. Now, combine these two motions and go into a circle. Nice big circle. Feeling the edges of the feet here, going in the other direction now. Again, feel the edges of the feet. Beautiful. Okay, now if you can tolerate it, bring the feet together. Heels touch, toes touch, knees touch, whichever one touches first is fine. All right, just stand there and get a sense of your balance here and how much you move. And even if you can get into this position, not everyone can. All right, let's do a few simple head turns. Doesn't have to be far. And you'll notice that your body moves a little bit more when the head's moving. And then up and down. Okay, now close the eyes if you can. Your eyes are very dominant when it comes to the amount of control of the balance. 3 systems for balance: vision, vestibular system in the inner ear, and all the sensors in your skin, ligaments, joints, muscles. So now we've taken vision away, which is the dominant one usually, and we're relying on the other sensors. Okay, open the eyes. Let's take the right foot forward, so stride stance, and you can self-select how far you go. I would suggest something about how far you when you walk, but not narrow, kind of wide. All right, a little bounce in the knees, and we're going to shift forward and backward a few times. Feel the weight transfer to the front foot. Feel the weight transfer to the back foot. So the ankles and your knees are doing the work. We're not bobbing for apples here. Move through your feet. Another analogy I use is you're stepping onto a scale and then you're stepping off. And you're seeing how much weight you can put on that scale without leaning forward. Okay, now go side to side. So again, we're moving down at the ankle. The shin bone's moving side to side here. Okay, let's switch feet, do the same thing. Okay, self-select how far you go and how wide you go. There were those 2 variables, okay? Bounce the knees, get a little sense of your body, and then moving forward and backward through the ankles. So my spine is moving straight like this. It's not dipping down. I'm not bobbing for apples. Very hard to do. I do this daily in the home health setting, and it's very difficult to teach. Go as slow as you like here. Most people go too fast. Go slow so you can sense and feel. Now left and right. Shifting right, shifting left. The shin bone or tibia fibula is moving like this. Okay? Spine should be staying straight. No relative motion in the hips. Dope. All right, so this next series is only for the people a little more advanced. Now, not everyone watching can do tandem. Now, if you can't get into full tandem, you can try off tandem or semi-tandem, which is similar. Okay, so if you can get into tandem, do it. Bounce the knees, give your body some information, and move forward and backward. It's the same thing as before, just a more narrow stance. If you want to try something here and you can't get into tandem, just go slightly off tandem or use a counter or a friend. Weight shifting through the ankle again. I'm not bobbing for apples, pivoting to the hips here. We're moving through the shin and the ankle. And the knees are doing some work too, of course. Thanks, knee. Okay, let's switch feet. And the beautiful thing about video is you can pause it and practice things that you need to work on. Okay, let's come back to shoulder width. Last thing, and again, this is going to be too advanced for some folk. You're going to shift your weight to the left leg. Your hips shift beyond the foot on the ground. And then you're going to lift, single leg balance. And see if you can hold it for a good 5 seconds. And then place the foot down. You're going to watch my weight shift to my right. My hips are beyond the foot on the ground, and I'm going to lift my left. I'm going to hold it for a few seconds. About 5. Now, if you can only hold it for a second, do it. If you want to hold it for 10, do that. And again, you're noticing my hips are shifting beyond the foot on the ground. That's the only way you can pick up one leg. I don't care if you're a human, an ostrich, a flamingo. They don't just lift their foot up, they fall. They shift their weight and then they lift. It's simple physics. And as we age, our hips get stiff and tight. We stop using it. We can't lift our leg anymore and stand on one leg. So if we give you resources, we strengthen your hips, we give you better mobility, and then a lot of people can regain that function. Last one. Good. And we are done. This is Ryan Crandall of Better Balance, Strength and Mobility for Seniors. Please let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me an email. I like that you're following us, and keep practicing. Thank you.